I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video, we'll kind of develop a concept relating second difference axis of symmetry, parabola, and the quadratic equation itself. It is a very interesting example. I'd like you to go through it and understand the whole concept. Consider the graph of a parabola with axis of symmetry as x equals to 1. So let me sketch one axis of symmetry. Let us say this is the axis of symmetry for us. And what we are saying here is that axis of symmetry is x equals to 1. So we are saying the equation of this is x equals to 1. Now, if y-intercept is at 3, find another point. Now when we say if y-intercept is 3, that means what? X value is 0, right? X value is 0 and y value is 3. That means this point is on the graph of the parabola, and that is also y-intercept, right? So we know this. If y-intercept is 3, find another point. That means we have to find another point on the other side of the parabola, other side of the axis of symmetry. So let us consider 0 will be on the left side, right? So 0 is on the left side. So we'll say let this be the y-intercept, right? So this is y-intercept, and the coordinates for this point is 0, 3. Now the other side means, of course, it has to be same distance from axis of symmetry, so it has to be on this side, correct? As a mirror image, because this is the axis of symmetry. So on this side, what are the coordinate points? 1, it has to be same distance away, so it is 1 unit on the left. It has to be 1 unit on the right. So x value should be 1 plus 1 as 2. So we get 2, and the y value should be same, so 2 and 3. So the point for us is 2 and 3, right? So I hope you understand this concept of finding another point knowing axis of symmetry, right? So this is a very, very important concept. Now let's move forward. It says find vertex if second difference is minus 4. Now second difference is minus 4. What does that mean? Second difference minus 4 means, let's write here, second difference equals to minus 4. It means two things. One, it means that the parabola opens downwards. So it means parabola opens downwards. That is first thing it means. Can you tell me what is the other thing? It also means that the value of a, normally whenever we are taking equation of a parabola, let us say we write a general equation of a parabola as y equals to a x minus h whole square plus k, right? In that case, this value a can be found from the second difference. Now a is equals to constant second difference is equals to, in general, constant second difference divided by 2. It is half of this. So in our case it is minus 4, so minus 4 divided by 2, so that gives us a value minus 2. So that is the information which we get from this statement, that second difference is minus 4. Do you get this idea? So we have a parabola which opens downwards, and we know that it has a y-intercept as shown, and if it has to open downwards and if it goes through these 2 points, then we could kind of get a parabola which is kind of like this. Do you see that? So we could sketch a parabola which is kind of like this. Does it make sense to you? Right? I think it does, right? So parabola opening downwards through these 2 points. Now we need to find vertex. That is, vertex will always lie on axis of symmetry. How do we find this point? Well, to find this point, what we can do is we can apply these steps. You remember steps? Always, whenever we have a parabola, the steps, as you move 1 unit to the right, it moves 1 unit up or down. The second time it will move 3. So 1, 3, 5 is kind of a ratio multiplied by a times this. So in our case a is minus 2. The points which we have here are 1 unit away from the intercepts, right? So that means if I use 1 unit, right, I should be a is minus 2, right? So for me a is minus 2. So minus 2 times 1, 3, 5, 7 are my steps for the given situation. You understand? So from here I have to go 2 steps down to reach this point, right? So that means I am 2 steps higher. Perfect. So the y value is 2 more. X value we know is 1. So what x is 1. Since that is the axis, we need to find the y value. Y value, it is only 1 step away. So for the first step, you have to multiply these two numbers. So we get minus 2. So this is minus 2. That means 2 steps below, and that is 2 above. So what is 3 plus 2? Right? 3 plus 2 is 5. So we get this point as 5. You get the idea. So from the vertex, if I move right or left 1 step, then I have to take 2 steps down to reach the next point. Do you see that? So that is how we get the vertex. I hope this concept is absolutely clear. Now, write the equation of parabola. So now we can easily write the equation of parabola. We know what A is and we know what vertex is. So the equation of parabola is y equals to minus 2 the value of A, h, x axis symmetry is 1, square, and k is 5 plus 5. So that is how you get the equation of the parabola. Do you get the concept? It is extremely important concept. Then sketch the parabola. So the parabola is almost there. So you can actually have these values on a graph paper and sketch. Perfect. Now what I will do here, since I know this is my y-intercept, so I'll just complete my graph, right? So I'm not showing you the axis. Here it is. So that is the y-axis giving me y-intercept. Now at x-intercept, the value should be 0 for y, right? So we are coming down 3, 3, 2, and let us say this is 2. So somewhere here could be my x-axis, right? So let me just continue, or just stretch this a bit more, right? So that becomes my graph. Once you have this equation, you can always find x-intercepts also, right? You can always find x-intercepts. Let me write down this as x and this as y. Now what are these points? X-intercepts. So the question for you is, big question, find x-intercepts. Okay. That is the question for you. You can look for my videos on this also, how to find x-intercept in this situation. So once you find x-intercepts, write it in, you get your complete graph, right? So that is how you could actually sketch a very good graph from the given information. So let me remind you what we did. We started with axis of symmetry, knowing fully well that the vertex will be on the axis of symmetry. We knew one of the points on the graph of the parabola, that was y-intercept. Based on the known point, we found another point which was a mirror image of the given point. So this is the first point. We are saying this as a mirror image. And where is the mirror? Mirror is the axis, right? Once we have these 2 points, we know that the parabola will go through these 2 points. Secondly, it was given to us that the second difference is minus 4. Minus indicates that the parabola will open downwards, so we made a parabola opening downwards through these 2 points, and 4 indicates stretch factor A. Half of 4 gives us the value of A, and from there we calculated the vertex and then wrote the equation in the vertex form. This vertex form can be modified to find the x-intercepts, right? If you write 0 for y and calculate x, you will get your x-intercepts. Once you know all these points, a perfect parabola can be drawn. So that is how you should be solving such question. I hope it helps. Thank you and all the best.